Well, this Friday night, Raymond Reddington is back for the 9th season of The Blacklist. And once again, he finds himself working with members of the FBI task force 2 years after the death of Elizabeth Keene. Now, with their lives now changed, they can once again take down the vicious and eccentric blacklisters.
Absolutely not.
Come on, Harold.
Hedwig Hawkins was caught with over $1 million worth of pirated soybean seeds.
Pirated? Hetty was just selling seeds to farmers at a price. If my associate is guilty of anything, it's simply trying to ease the economic strain on the hardworking men and women who put the tofu in your turkey, the cotton in your shirt, the beans in your coffee, everything it means to be human.
But our immunity agreement is with you, not with your employees.
If she talks, it will be damaging. How much is hard to tell, but it would certainly have repercussions for me and for this task force.
Well, joining us is Harry Lennox, who plays Harold Cooper on the show. How's it going, Harry?
It's going great, Jason. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Obviously, we do have a satellite delay, so we'll just negotiate that. After 8 seasons, we've seen a lot of twists and turns. Obviously, Elizabeth Keene is gone, and that impacts the storylines in various ways. What are we going to see as we pick up with the 9th season of the show?
Well, this season, it's been very interesting to be at the heart of a mystery myself as Harold Cooper. Somebody's blackmailing me, so we have to get to the bottom of that. Of course, that's going to bring with it consequences that will play out through the rest of the season. That is, figuring out who is behind Cooper. But of course, the true center of this next mystery is who got to Elizabeth Keene. How did she wind up not being, alive anymore? And that, of course, has been consuming Reddington. So we're going to get some more answers to those questions, and I'm very much looking forward to finding out what's going on along with the audience, because I don't know a whole lot more than you do.
Well, in terms of intrigue, the show certainly has it, a lot of it. And another program that comes to mind that had intrigue was Billions, and you were on that. How are these two shows different, Billions and The Blacklist?
It's interesting. I actually would love to do a crossover episode if they would ever allow that. Probably not likely, but I think to some extent they deal with, financial intrigue, financial chicanery of some form is a lot of our blacklisters. Criminal behavior dealing with law enforcement. In that case, of course, in the case of Billions, with the Attorney General's office or the prosecutor's office, and then dealing with my character. He is in a different field entirely than what goes on with my character on The Blacklist. So it's been, it's great to sort of be in both worlds. Interestingly, Billions just got picked up for season 7, and Blacklist just got picked up for season 10. So I'll get a chance to play in both of those camps a little bit more.
I'd love to see you show up in both shows, like as you, right? That'd be great. Speaking of the 10th season that you just mentioned, what do you think?
That would be interesting.
What do you think has made this show sustainable, and why has it remained so popular over the years?
Yeah, these are some of the great questions in all of entertainment. What makes some things stick, and why? How do you gamble on it? Who knew? I didn't know that we would get 10 years when we started out, but I'm awful grateful that we have. Looking forward, as I say, to growing with the character, evolving with it. You don't get the chance often to tell a story over this length of time, and that has its own virtue. That you can take your time and get to know and come to love, if you will, or come to find out things about these characters that you've lived with for a little while. So that's been very grateful, and what brings us to season 10, I guess, is that our fans are so loyal, and they are a broad base. They're all over the world. I run into people all the time who love the show as much as I do. And I'm very grateful for it every time. But I think that's it. Why they love it, I think, is the action, the intrigue, and the acting. We have some of the best actors in the world that show up on and play with us on the show, among those that are already with us, led, of course, by the incomparable James Spader, but with a bunch of my other friends as well, Diego, And, we've had Parminder Nagra on the show, Mojan Mar, a bunch of great talent, Megan Boone.
Yeah.
So everybody, we get our choice, our pick of the litter, so to speak, just by being in New York City.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our satellite window. Harry, thank you so much for the time this morning.
Thanks for having me. Great talking to you, Jess.
Season 9 of The Blacklist returns Friday at 8 right here on Local 4.